Do men ever reject sex? For sure, you just got to be prepared to get called gay after.
Yeah, yeah. For some reason, when you deny a woman of any type of advance, you are now a homosexual.
This
in
is
their eyes.
This is facts because my homeboys, like, I see it, like
Like, damn, I'm trying
yeah,
to put pussy
like,
at you. Like, I'm trying to feel like, nah, I'm cool. Like, you gay something?
I don't know. I've fucked with a nigga and like it wasn't that he didn't want to have sex. He said that I made him extremely nervous. His dick wouldn't get hard.
Oh, that's anxiety form. No, that's not.
I didn't call him
that's
gay.
Performance
like,
anxiety.
A certain amount of times of me wanting to have sex, and for real, you don't want to have sex because even when this bitch get hard, it's gonna be little.
Whoa,
that's what you're nervous about for real.
That's it.
Pulling up to the scene with the inches missing.
You've just dealt with rejection so perfectly. I like that, and you've dealt with rejection perfectly as well.
No, first of all, he did not reject me. We just saw that out. Tell, say something to the camera.
Hello, say something to the camera. What is? Smash or pass?
No, I don't want to smash your pass. He passed us both
pass.
because we don't go
Pass
to the NTAs. Why are you acting like we're in the same lane, babe? Like we're in the same lane, babe. Fucking pass me.
Why pass?
No, don't piss me off.
Oh, okay.
Don't piss me off.
All right.
You're actually fit. Why are you still on the street? Don't even look at me like that.
Mate, I'm getting paid for this.
Paid for how much? How much?
A lot.
How much?
A lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money.
Man's on about pass. You're in a polo shirt.
Okay. Anyway, guys, as you lot can tell, women can't take rejection, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, they've just embarrassed themselves.
I'm literally gonna say it now.
But guys, can I be honest with you? When women say men can't take rejection, you just saw a clear example.
Nobody told me to expect sexual rejection as a woman. Nobody prepares you. From the time you start walking as a little girl, they're like, hey, everybody wants in there. You gotta build a perimeter and keep everyone out. I was so busy trying to keep people out of me, I never thought I'd have to talk someone into me. Men take sexual rejection much easier because they're prepared for it. From the time they start walking, they're like, hey, Brent, you're a little creepy. Maybe keep an eye on that. You're gonna need to get consent, which is a noise she makes, not a feeling you feel.
Women are not used to feeling rejected. Women do not deal with that at all. You tell a woman, I'm just tired, let's just maybe tomorrow.
It's a thing.
And it is.
No, it is.
It's a thing
Tomorrow's
that
probably
lasts.
not happening because she's still gonna be f***ed up from you telling her not tonight.
It lasts.
Whoever said men love when women shoot their shot is a damn lie. Because I slid into some man's DMs and I let him know he was handsome. And I told him, like, you know, you're handsome and I might just let you take me to lunch. And he gonna leave me on red.
Of course he left you on red. That was a horrible shot. Your form was really bad with that shot. You have to follow through. You didn't follow through with that shot at all. See, what you should have done was said, hey, I think you're handsome and I want to take you on a date. But you didn't do that. You told that man that he had to do something for you before he even responded to your message. In addition to that, welcome to the world of a shooter. Sometimes you're going to miss the shot that you take. You just got rejected and it's a part of the game. So when you miss a shot, you got to take another one and another one until you make it. That's just how it goes. So again, you got to work on your form, shorty. Your form was horrible. That's why you missed that shot. So with every missed shot, you have to learn from it so the next shot you take is better. Good luck.
I told a man I wanted to have sex with him, and he said he wasn't ready yet. The audacity. What? I said, okay, cool. And then we cuddled. What a wild concept.
Yeah, you can't ask
No.
Is that the end of the question?
How many guys do you think you could pull in the club if you're like really trying?
None.
If you were trying, it was like a challenge that...
6.
6, okay, one night, 6. Oh, yeah, that's respectable. Get a guy's number right now.
Oh no.
I'm gonna give you a prize.
Right, what's the prize? What's the prize?
You're gonna find out if you get the number.
Right, come on then.
Wait, what happened?
No, I didn't answer, you just have to wait. What if I find someone else to do it for and I can watch you do it?
Alright, now we're filming on the meadows for the video. You know that already. And now, yeah, any guy. Genuinely, ask the other guy.
Can I get your number?
Why?
Because why not?
What? You don't just walk up to a guy and ask for the food.
Yeah, you do. That's what you do. What day? Because why not?
Because maybe she thinks you're attractive and cute.
Yeah.
No, sorry. That's a very weird reason.
What the hell?
You know, honestly, this is, I don't want to say it's a green flag, but this is, I'm not mad at it, to be honest. The fact that she doesn't have any game, you know what's terrifying to me? I recently saw, there was a video going around and the women walked up to a guy and they were so smooth with it. I mean, as a guy, you knew what they were doing when they came over there. They were wanting you to pay for their drinks. They were trying to cozy up to you, get in line, and, you know, we're friends, right? I've provided value to you. You're standing alone by yourself. So I've come over here. I provided value to you by just being seen with you. And so now when we get up to the bar, because we're standing in line, when we get up to the bar, you say, we're going to act like we want to pay for our drinks. But you're going to butt in and say, hey, man, we're just having a great time. Let the good times roll. What do you have? And I'll pay for it. Oh, thank you so much. And then you're going to kind of like mix and mingle for maybe another, I don't know, 2 minutes and then bolt, get out of there and go do what you were originally doing with some other dude in the club.
Y'all, when women get rejected, oh, it's deep. I don't know what it is, but we do not handle it well. Actually, I do know what it is, and I'm gonna tell you in this video. Women desire to be desired. Okay, that is something you're gonna see in every woman. She wants to be desired. Some people allow their desire to run them. Some people can harness their desire, but all women deep down want to be desired. And so when she's not desired or does not feel desirable, she takes that internally. I mean, it makes her sad. It can cause depression. It can cause anxiety. It can cause you to feel like you're not good enough. It can cause hopelessness. I mean, it gets very deep. Because of that, I think a lot of women don't put themselves out there. I think it boils down to one simple thing. That as women, we have to accept that looks matter. And we can fight it, we can argue it, but looks matter. And when a man's not attracted to us, it hits deep. Because most men are rejecting you because they're not attracted to you.
Okay, so there are a decent number of profiles like this. Okay, 31, female, based in the US, event coordinator, average looking in my opinion, and wearing heavy makeup with false lashes in all of her photos, including the casual ones. Here are some excerpts of her profile. I would like someone who is physically my type, attractive, fit, full head of hair, 5'11" or above, at least an 8 or 9 out of 10. Looks matter to me. He must be educated and have a stable job well into 6 figures. Someone who is emotionally intelligent and a high value man who understands the worth of a woman in a relationship. I won't tolerate anyone who does not know how to treat someone like a lady. I have high standards and I'm not interested in anyone who is trying to lower my standards. Now, this person is rejected because I don't think that the person that she wants will want her back. I mean, I've already seen profiles like this, and she doesn't meet their requirements. But what's very interesting to me is this discourse about trying to lower my standards. I've actually seen that sentiment a bunch of times in my comment section, and I don't actually know what that means. I think it's a very weird thing to say. Like, what do you mean other people are trying to lower your standards? Nobody cares what your standards are, and nobody cares even more to try and lower them. This is a free market, so you can have all of the standards that you want. You can ask for a billionaire if you want, but people also have to choose you. Now, as a matchmaker, I can factually tell you that based on what you're looking for, those people who do meet your requirements, whether or not they would want you back or not. So at some point, especially for someone in my position, it's simply about reality. And what I would say to this person is, hold on to your standards. Hold on to them tight and find yourself someone.
And can y'all help me understand how a man that sleeps with a bunch of women is DL? That literally doesn't make sense to me. And I feel like y'all just be throwing the term DL around just a little too loosely. Because y'all never get on her and say a woman that sleep with a bunch of men is DL. She secretly like women. She secretly want to be gay. I've never heard y'all say that. Y'all always say a woman that sleep with a bunch of men is a hoe. But when it come to men, it's a completely different story. When a man sleep with a bunch of women, he not a hoe, he DL. Can y'all help me understand that one? Because it literally don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense because it's not meant to make sense. It's just meant to shame and insult men. Of course, a man who has a lot of relationships with many different women, how is that going to indicate that he's opposite? He has some sort of opposite sexual orientation. Is completely absurd because it's only meant to tear down men. It's only meant to lash out at men because largely women are feeling rejected and it's nothing worse. You think men react bad to rejection? Look at the latest or look at the common modern woman and how she actually takes rejection is way worse. And that's all this is. It's somebody feeling rejected and they lash out with shame, insults, guilt, or the need to be right.
You know, modern women think in a lot of stupid ways. He's just, if he's sleeping with so many women, he's covering for something. Cause ain't no normal man. He gonna get tired of it. I mean, I got one and I'm tired of it. So I know if he around it all the time, then he must be tired of it too. Okay. All right. It's kind of stupid, but I mean, it just, modern women, they gotta cope. They gotta find a way to cope.
I'm not interested.
Wait, what do you? I don't want you.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure.
But what are you famous for? Like,
What?
I want to know.
Oh, damn. This is fucking busy over here.
You don't have to tell me.
All right. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I had someone recently, what was it? Oh, they were like, oh, you're posting like sexy stuff on social media. But the way that he came at me in a good way where it was like, oh, I love that you're sexy. I think like that's what I love about you. And I understand like I knew what I signed up for, but can we come to like some kind of agreement on what you can, like what we both feel comfortable with you posting? And if we agree on it, that's good. But he didn't make it seem like you need to stop that.
Yeah. Of like, I knew what I'm into it. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
I was like, that's attractive.
Yeah, I
I was like,
that.
okay, I could think about it.
Yeah, finding common ground and being able to just mutually agree on something.
It's hot.
And he didn't have to be like, hey, whore, let's talk about your Instagram. You know?
And this is funny. And this is the type of stuff that men talk about. It doesn't really matter what compromise they came to, because this is literally the next day. It's the next day. The next day, you're right back out there, letting them ride. Once again, a day ago. Just so you guys can see. Okay. They're sitting in the camera like this. This is a weird way to sit. Right? Okay. Not terrible. This is 5 hours ago. Yep. What compromise are we talking about? What compromise? What compromise are we talking about?
So I just got rejected in the absolute weirdest way possible.
Now, my first thoughts are, well, most women don't get rejected, so this is actually odd. So I want to pay attention here. Let's listen.
I met this guy and we kind of like hit it off in like a friend way.
Hold on to that now. They hit it off in like a friend way. Keep that in mind.
And he was like, if you ever want to go out sometime, like, let me know. I'm like, okay, perfect. I texted him and he wanted to go on like a double date with my friend and I. So it was like, perfect. So he had one of his guy friends, like kind of set it up with my friend. And I just got this text today and let me show you what he said. Hey Braylee, I didn't want to ghost you, so I figured I'd just text. I think you and your friend are way out of mine and my homie's league. So we both decided to not put together a date night so we don't, I'm assuming he meant to say waste our time. You're super hot and are going to do great here in Arizona. Best wishes.
Now, based on the original, we hit it off in a friend way. I think you kind of know why he bailed on you. Because he could tell that this wasn't going to be anything more than a friendship. More than likely, he thought, she's probably just using us for a free meal or a free ride for a night. I know y'all don't like hearing that, but that's more than likely the truth.
Like, are men literally okay? Like, what is going on? Because I've never heard of this in my life. I don't know how to take it. I don't think I'm going to respond because I'm just like, do you guys have girlfriends? Like, what is happening? All I could take from that was you think I'm super hot.
It really had nothing to do with y'all being out of their league. It was that you thought you were out of their league. And I guarantee they picked up on it. Y'all probably talked throughout the week about while setting this date up and everything, showing the friend and the pictures and everything else. More than likely, through your text, you were acting like you were all that and a bag of chips. So their instincts of, yeah, they're just using us for a night out and free drinks and free food was probably spot on. That, my dear, is why they kind of ghosted you. But kudos to them for at least sending the message and saying, yeah, we're not going to go out with you anymore. Because most women, they just won't respond. They'll let you show up at the date and then you just sit there twiddling your thumbs by yourself, thinking she's still going to show up when she doesn't. Exactly what you saw at the end. I'm not going to respond.
Well, it's kind of like he's saying, if you say we kind of hit it off in a friend way, he says double date. It doesn't really mean double date to you. It means, oh, we just got together. It's just like, it's nice to have attention. I'm I'm new to Arizona and, you know, why not? They're going to pay. And we're going to get together. We're going to have good vibes. They're thinking, I'm not intentionally going to lead him on, but it's just, we're going to let it fizzle out. We're going to let it die out. He might have interest in me, but we're friends. I want to be friends. And, you know, I'm going to talk to my friend about it, and we're going to be both on the same page. Yeah, she's got a boyfriend, then why she come on his double date? Well, they've been on and off, and, you know, they were having problems, and she really didn't know who she was then, but, you know, they seem to be on good terms now, and they're talking. I'm sorry about that. It's just the way that these things go. And a man is supposed to accept that bad behavior. He's supposed to accept all these lies and the excuses. I'm not saying that that's what you would have done, but if you're already putting him in the friend zone, which is what it sounds like, we hit it off with a friend vibe, you might say, well, they really not into me, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. They really want an introduction to Arizona, and you can find a girlfriend for that. So, you know, have a great night.
Hi everyone, I'm about to go on a date. Wish me luck. More like wish him luck, right? I'll keep you posted. So the date started at 7:15. It is about 7:53 right now. So a little bit over a half hour. And then I had to walk out on the date. This is what happened. We got to talking about our personal lives, you know, what do you do for work, you know, relationships and things like that. And I talk about, oh yes, I was previously married, and I have a child who's 8 years old, who I co-parent with my ex-husband and his wife. And then all of a sudden he started freaking out. He started freaking out at the bar. We were at the Vault up in Pompano. He started freaking out, and he's like, oh, you have a kid? And he says, oh, I can't date somebody who has a kid. Like, to my face. He's like, I can't date somebody who has a kid. I'm like, excuse me?
That sounds like he is openly communicating not only this as a preference, but as a boundary. Like, he is clearly saying he doesn't date single moms. And as far as it being to your face, like, how else was he supposed to tell you? Like, not to your face? You're literally on a date.
He's like, I can't date somebody who has a kid. I'm like, excuse me? And he starts making me feel like very uncomfortable. I'm like, nobody should ever make me feel like that, especially on a date. Are you kidding me? We're at a nice bar.
How did you feel uncomfortable? Why did you feel uncomfortable? Because this man was openly communicating his boundary? That shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable unless you're just upset that he has that boundary and you're trying to shame him for having that boundary.
Anyway, so I had to walk out on this date because this guy said, I can't date somebody who has a kid. And I think you were very misleading in your profile. And I'm like, why? Because I didn't put a picture of my son in my profile? Seriously?
Sounds like that's what happened. You misled him. because you didn't tell him before the date. Doesn't mean that you needed to put it in your profile. I get that. But you didn't tell him. You know, like, you could have texted him.
The loneliness epidemic is real. I went to 2 bars, not just one, 2 bars, and I got rejected by not one, but 2 guys. Now, I usually don't go out like this, but I was feeling like I was starving for affection, and I just wanted somebody to make me feel pretty. Like my mother once told me, sometimes you go out not because you want to have fun, but you want just one person to make you feel special. And I did that tonight. And maybe, just maybe it was out of desperation. Not that I don't have a lot to live for, I have plenty. But I went out hoping to just feel a raw connection with somebody. And I got rejected by 2 people. And I felt so terrible that I ended up walking home alone to sober myself up. Because this was not the night that I planned out for myself. The loneliness epidemic is so real. And it's such a raw experience for me. And for a lot of people. Now, it is not that I don't have, I feel like I am a pretty girl, but it is not that I'm looking necessarily in the wrong places, but it is the wrong time. And unfortunately, I have knocked on every door that I possibly could have. And every door has come to me to no avail.
First and foremost, you're going about it the wrong way, because desperation in a woman is not rewarded on the dating scene with men. They can smell that desperation on you. And if you present yourself that way, they're going to look at you like, yo, this shorty, she desperate. I'm not going to waste my time with her. And then I'm sure that the guys in that bar probably realize that, yo, you probably walking around here doing this with every guy that you meet that you're attracted to. Now, I will say this. I believe that it is a guy that's out there that wants you and that wants to talk to you. And I believe you turned him down. The guys that you want don't want you. And the guys that want you, you don't want them. Always have to talk to someone that likes you, because when you have that mutual connection with someone, then you'll be okay. But going out here and throwing yourself to every guy and feeling like because you're looking for love and you want to be held, someone is giving you the wrong information. Seriously. I feel like the advice that you get from someone is just important as the messenger that you're receiving it from.
Somebody in the comments said, how are they lonely, but you get rejected? What's the logic there? Another woman says, that's why parents need to give the kids, that's why parents need to give kids the attention they need. Because some can't sit by themselves or don't think. They are. Another woman says, girl, what? Modern women, man, you can't make it up. It's just a bunch of foolishness, man. It's just a bunch of foolishness. They're lonely, but I'm asking them for attention. You can't.
This guy tries to talk to me, and then when I say no thank you or whatever, well, he wanted to get with me or whatever, and he asked me how many kids I got, and I told him how many kids I have, and I didn't say anything. But then, like, just conversating a little more, and I just was like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And I said, no, I'm sorry, you know, I'm not interested. And he was like, oh, I don't want you anyway. You got 7 kids. And I said, no, we don't want you. We got. Trust me, honey. We don't want you. At the end of the day, people think that's going to break my poor little heart. And they think, like, I'm just going to be sitting in the corner like, oh, my God, I have 7 kids. What shall I do? Honey, we get into it.
Y'all know how people be saying, oh, he dodged the bullet or she dodged the bullet. Homie dodged the AK. He dodged the AK. And I'm sorry, you cannot be too choosy if you're a woman that comes with 7 kids. That is crazy. I don't care if women comment on the video saying, oh, she looked good for a woman with 7 kids. I wish I can look like that. I truly believe that she was hurt when he said, I don't want you because you have 7 kids. Because if that wasn't the case, she wouldn't have made a video about it. Everyone has their preferences. And if a man doesn't want to be a stepfather to a woman who has a football team of children, I don't blame him. I really have to blame social media. Seriously, I have to blame social media because social media make women believe that they can have it all. Any man in the world, no man is beyond their grasp despite their circumstances. A lot of women don't want to hear this, but this is the harsh reality. As you age and factor in having kids, I'm talking about in your 30s and 40s, it becomes harder to find a man who wants a future with you. You could get DMs and dates all day, but that doesn't mean a man desires you for a sustainable and healthy relationship generating to marriage. Because truth be told, most men do not want to be another man's save game and do not want to raise another man's kids. I'm just keeping it a buck.
7 kids is diabolical. 7 kids is, irresponsible. It's irresponsible. A guy in the comments says, anytime a woman plays with her hair, anytime a woman plays with her hair, she's lying. Stupid, man.
Women get rejected more when it comes to like a commitment.
Yeah.
So we just get rejected once you get to know
Yeah.
us, which I think is way worse.
That's
than
much
way
worse. We just get rejected once we poured our hearts and souls into
Yeah,
them.
we
That's
crushed
all.
our hearts.
Oh, these poor fucking guys. She said no and you just cold approached her.
I'm
as
so
a creep. And we get our lives ruined. Cool.
What these women are talking about is how men destroy the relationships, right? Like after a woman lets down her guard and you get past the like initial approach and all of that stuff as a man and you got her now you guys are in a relationship. She is talking about all the rejection that women face during the relationship. Those rejections range from a ton of different things, but there was an article that my wife and I read like 10 years ago, and it was talking about this doctor had did this like 30-year comprehensive study, and he was basically saying he could predict the outcomes of marriages based on these like particular characteristics in a relationship. Essentially, it just boiled down to men being nice, but it was he labeled them bids of affection, right? So if a woman is like, "Hey, look at this," or "Hey, look at that bird," or the bird, you guys seen the bird theory, right? Things of that nature. Those are bids of affection, bids for attention. I think it was one of those. But either way, the relationship would hinge on if the man would receive those things and be nice and, get involved, or if a man would just be like, like, "Oh, hey, babe, look at this." And he go, right? That is a rejection. Oh, your woman tries to hug you and you push her off of you. That's a rejection. Your woman wants to talk to you and you say how tired you are because you've been at work all day. That's rejection. Women constantly get rejected during a relationship. Men don't. Men, we get our needs met. Women pay us tons of attention. All we got to do, though, is get past that initial rejection. But let men tell it. The world is so unfair for men because women can sleep with whatever man or whatever the case may be, solely predicated on the idea or on the idea that men are fucking easy. That's what it is. It's the reason why women can sleep with so many men is because men are easy. And I'm not telling men to stop being easy. I don't care if you sleep with a bunch of people, as long as it's consensual, and as long as you're being honest about it. I don't care. Be safe. Make sure it's consenting, and whatever. Do your thing. I don't give a fuck. But men need to stop acting like the world is against us because you, like that woman said, you do like a cold call on that woman and she rejects you. So fucking what? That's what I was talking about yesterday when I was saying how men don't heal up. Like men get rejected from women like that, like in that way rejected. And all of a sudden all women are B-words and they about to start punching random women walking down the street. And then women will get rejected 1,000 times by every single man she's been in a relationship with and yet she'll still be kind and sweet and gentle, and she won't harm any man.
I feel like when I see his takes, he lives in an alternate reality. Because I'm thinking of a situation right now where for years, a man can tell you, I'm busy, I'm working. I'm trying to make something shake for us. Oh, you never loved me. You never paid me any mind. You never paid me any attention. But then when a woman gets cooking, when she gets to going, oh man, I got the bag. I'm in the groove, da 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 da. All of a sudden, everything that was important can wait. Everything that we must do this, we have to do this. No ifs, ands, or buts. Traditions. Oh man, we got to do matching pajamas. We got to drink hot cocoa. All that stuff, once she gets to going, can wait. Because that's what she wants to do, whenever she wants to do it. Once again, we have to go back to the cliche saying, happy wife, happy life. Does that sound like rejection to you? Or does that sound like whatever my baby wants, my baby gets? Does that sound like, oh, well, you know, maybe I don't want to spend my Saturday doing DIY projects. Maybe I want to sit down and rest because I've been working all week. Could we possibly do something for a couple of hours and then go do something fun? Yeah, sure. And the 2 hours ends up being 4. Oh, we're almost done. And then the 4 ends up being 8. And then the 8 ends up, well, you know, let's try, let's just do it next weekend. And then next weekend actually turns into 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, I thought I'd get a head start and, you know, just try to work a little bit on it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go get some breakfast. Do you think that you could help me for about like 30 minutes? Just hold this up. It shouldn't take me any more than 30 minutes. And then on Sunday, the 30 minutes turns into, oh, it's not, you know, I really had to go to the store and get this part. So it's going to be a little bit longer than that. So it's going to be an hour. The game comes on in an hour. Oh man, we'll be in time. Don't worry, da da da. And then I missed the first half. And then I missed the second half. Oh, you know what? I'll record it. I'll try to come back and watch it. And then I'll come back and watch it. We haven't done anything fun this weekend. Why don't we sit and watch a rom-com? Man, I got to catch my highlights. I think I'll do that while laying in the bed. I just feel like we're not as close as we used to be. Highlights, just watch the highlights for 10, 15 minutes. Can I have 10 to 15 minutes for myself? Please? You rejected me. I feel like we're not close as we used to be. But of course, it's the man's fault, as you say. Of course, all a man has to do is be nice and get past that initial rejection. As you say. When we talk about sexless, oh, you wouldn't, that's because you weren't nice. Or catch this, there might have been some changes in her body. Or she might have just not wanted to do something based off an offense that had nothing to do with him. She walk around with an issue that don't got nothing to do with him. But of course, once again, it's always the man's fault.
If more women realized that being rejected by the majority of men actually means you're doing something right as a woman, we would be so much more confident about just like who we are and how we show up. And realizing the acceptance from people who uphold patriarchal beliefs is so easy to get. It's so readily available. All you have to do is what everyone else does. You just have to follow along to be accepted by patriarchy. The majority of men haven't done the work to unpack their patriarchal conditioning, and they don't realize why they don't like something about you or what it is about you that turns them off. It's probably just the fact that you can think for yourself. That is a compliment to you. That means the people who want to oppress you don't see you as a viable option. And oh my God, that's a blessing. That is like the highest compliment that someone could give me.
Coping mechanism. This is a full cope. It's really all it is. Modern women are the best. That's why I keep on saying you should be in public relations. Because the way that they can spin any type of thing that is actually a negative is phenomenal.
I'm gonna tell you my theory about why women will chase after a man or become a pick-me for a man, even if the man clearly shows her that he doesn't like her. I feel like this more has to do with how women have a hard time taking rejection as opposed to actually liking that man. There are exceptions to the rule where, yes, you can like a man and he doesn't like you back, and, you know, it's like, okay, I want to chase him because I really like him. But realistically, no matter what you look like, women are far less used to rejection than men are. But when women get rejected, I honestly feel like if you're not used to rejection, we take it personally, especially when it comes from men. And when a man is really showing you that he doesn't like you, if you're not really good with taking rejection, your ego is going to be very hurt and then say, I need to prove that I'm good enough, or I need to prove that, you know, I like, why don't you like me? And then constantly wanting to pursue and become insecure with, you know, all of the things that come with rejection. So my advice is that if you are currently chasing somebody that does not like you, or are currently a pick-me for somebody that doesn't like you, check your relationship with rejection. You hear all the time, right, where it's like rejection is protection, but sometimes like people just don't like you, or you're not a good fit for that person. And that is okay. It doesn't say anything about you, and it doesn't mean that you're not worthy. But again, if you're not used to that rejection and you're not used to that confidence or that self-esteem that comes with being okay with rejection, you are going to have a hard time with it. And so is your ego. It's so crazy because sometimes women will feel rejected by somebody that is just a bum. Everything that they have on their list is like, I want a man that does this, 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 and that. And this other guy, just because they reject her in any way, shape, or form, they will go on and on and on about, I need to have this guy know that, you know, I'm worthy, or I have to have this guy pick me and acknowledge me. I'm just saying, it could be helpful. And again, I don't really think it has anything to do with really liking a guy, like, because, you know, once a guy like gives in, it's like, I like you, and then it's like, well, now I don't like you, and vice versa with men too. I just don't know as people why we do that. But if you find yourself struggling with this, check your ego and about how you feel about rejection. You will most likely realize that it has everything to do with the way that you take it, and it will help you move on from men that you're being a pick-me for, chasing, that don't like you, so much easier.
Somebody in the comments said, I swear, some men just think way too much of themselves. Maybe, but it could also be, for a lot of these modern women, they're stunned because they think they're a 10. And so if I don't approach, I'm a woman. I don't chase, I attract. So the fact that I'm out here trying to talk to you means that you're really special. And the fact that you don't get that and you rejected me is a big issue. A big issue.
I've had multiple men refuse to sleep with me. I haven't even had the opportunity to take my clothes off, and they've said no. And I've never been really a one-night stand girl, but times that I've been like, fuck it, like I want to get some, you know, and dip, I've had guys flat out say, no, I have too much respect for you, I can't do you like that. Now, out of all settings, this one example happened in the club. I'm like, out of all places, and you're telling me no, and I've met you at the club. I'm talking to this man, and he's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I said, should we go fuck in the bathroom? I looked him dead in the eyes when I said it, but I was joking. I wouldn't have actually, but I'm a shit stirrer. This man looked me dead in the eyes, and he said, shut the fuck up, because you're not one of those girls, and I would never do you like that, and I have too much respect for you. So, no. And I'm like, what's a girl got to do to get dick around here? Just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, and we spoke about it, and I'm like, that's such a green flag response. Don't worry, he doesn't have a girlfriend. Actually, even if he did, these motherfuckers are doing it anyway, so disregard that. But like, God forbid I wasn't joking. This man said no to having sex with me. This is why, girls, I preach the whole development, inner work, having respect for yourself, blah, 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 blah. Because as much as shit talk that I do online, off the cameras, I'm just like, every second of the day I'm spending on getting myself becoming a better version every day. And so the more work you do in yourself and the high regard, that's what the word I'm looking for, like the high regard that you look at yourself as and you put yourself, people will start to see it too. And I'm at that point now where men are refusing to have sex with me.
Yeah, just be careful with this type of stuff, man. You don't want to make something weird happen, right? Because even if you, oh, well, I was just joking, he might go home and that might be on his mind. So in the way that he was fighting to think of you in a certain way, and you come up and really honestly and truly you blow it, you ruin it by, saying this type of stuff.
No, Sirski.
And know what?
I'm not on that shit no more.
You're not?
I'm done, bro, with that shit, bro.
Get in the car.
No, I retired from that shit for real.
Okay, get in the car.
I'm not finna keep doing, making myself look so down bad and overly going and easy and shit. I'm more to myself. I'm building up my self-control, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, get in the car.
I'm gonna start making you work for this shit, bro.
Get in the car.
I'm not finna be chasing after your damn your butt, all that, like a deer in a fucking seeing headlights. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start being more
okay, get
I'm
in the
working on
car.
myself. I'm doing better, you know what I mean?
Okay, get in the car.
Okay, I'll get in the car, but don't touch, we can keep, you know what I mean? No, you look good, babe. Trust me. I'm not trying to downplay you. Mommy, you are some fine shit. Hey, a lot of his tea on bro, but come on, bro. It's more to life than this shit. You feel me?
Get in the car.
I'm in the car.
Close the door.
Stay over there.
You feel the same?
Yeah, come on, bro. We grown. I'm man, bro. You woman.
Listen, I saw this video and thought to myself, this is a perfect illustration what it looks like when Satan is using a woman, when a woman is in her whorish energy, and he is using her to beguile, to seduce a man out of right standing with God, out of his divine alignment, out of his growth, out of his semen retention or celibacy journey. See? And then what they'll do is a lot of women will use manipulative language like, oh, you're a simp, or, oh, you must be a homosexual, right? To try to manipulate you, to try to destroy your self-confidence, to try to weaken you so that you will lay with her. And so then the only thing now that you have going for yourself is lack of self-control, lack in your finances, lack in self-discipline, lack in your emotional well-being. Because all this leads to sexual immorality, perversion, leads to lack on so many levels. It destroys a man's focus. It takes away from your creative abilities. It takes away from everything that God purposed you to be. This is why you're empty. This is why after you lay with a woman, you feel a sense of emptiness and you feel resentment and you feel probably even bitter towards her. Trust me when I tell you, men, there are women out there, and I know that they're rare, and this is why it's going to take God. You're going to have to lean on God for him to reveal her to you. But there are women that will encourage you on your semen retention journey. If you guys are not married and God called you two to be together, she's not only going to encourage you, she's going to stand in the gap for you and pray for your strength, right? She's going to help you, right? What I mean by help, well, she's certainly not going to make it easy for you to fall with her. You know, being around you half naked, using sexual language, right? This woman is going to strengthen you. She's going to strengthen you in your walk with God. She's going to strengthen you in your semen retention journey because she sees the benefits of it. And not only that, but she sees the end goal. She sees what you can become and who you are through the lens and through the eyes of God. Women who are in their whorish energy, they're not able to do this. So misery loves company. She's going to seduce you until you fall, until there's nothing left of you. So that now you can join her in her misery because she don't feel that she's anything. So why should you be? So, like I told you, man, in my other video, you can only overcome lust, promiscuity, sexual morality by staying in your word and coupling it with fasting. Get scriptures, go to Google or, these Bible apps and get scriptures on lust and sexual morality and ponder on them, meditate on them, speak them out loud and decree them over your life. Ask God, give you the strength to withstand, right? To flee. Read Proverbs, specifically Proverbs chapter 7. It talks about women like this. How her language is smooth with oil and honey is on her lips, but her feet leads to death. So read Proverbs chapter 7 and understand why God says what he says. And for you who are on a semen retention, keep it up. Don't give up. Even if you fail, don't give up. Start over. Start over. There are women out there that are emotionally and spiritually mature, who's not going to help you stumble, but who's going to see you through this journey so that you can come into the fullness of who God called you to be. Right? And you deserve that. So leave Satan and his minions of whores alone. Okay? She's for the streets. She needs a man who is also for the streets. But you have to understand that your anointing is attractive. Women who are led and partnered with Satan, who are in their whorish energy, they're attracted to your discipline. They're attracted to your celibacy and your purity. Why would you waste it on a whore? So, if you found this to be insightful, heart this video, share it, and as always, we can get in the comments and talk about it.
Yeah, man, sometimes these women don't even want you. They just want to know that they can still access you, right? So every so often, you don't go in certain rooms in the house, but every so often I walk in the room, look around, move a couple things, dust a couple things off, stare at the art, and go back downstairs. I won't be in that room for another 3 or 4 months. And this is what modern women kind of do. That guy that she put in the friend zone, she'll continue to try to get validation with him only when she needs it. Now, obviously, women in this situation, if he's been kind of stepping back from that, well, I just want to kind of see where he's at. You always have to test the waters instead of testing and seeing how you could help him out and stay on the straight and narrow.